City budget for the last 4 years, and then any and all arrest records of the city manager.
Because what happens is you'll have to pay for it before.
As soon as you get it, release it, if it can be released. Haven't received my information yet. I've paid for it.
The liquor store and one of the barbershops owned by the city manager's wife and the city manager?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I had heard that the city manager and his wife were kind of running a monopoly on that.
I'd like to motion, due to the negligent misapplication or misuse by the city manager of public funds under his official capacity as city manager.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is News Now Ninja, and well over a year ago, I started an investigation on the city manager of Nixon, putting in public records requests and doing my best to expose his misuse of the people's money. And here we are, over a year down the road. Last night, they pulled together a meeting and fired the city manager for exactly what I was looking into him for. Check out these few small clips from my previous visit, and then let's get straight to the meeting. The pen kind of went out on me, so I just want to make sure that you could read this.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I say it a lot.
Ninja News, my Gmail. City budget for the last 4 years. I put the 4 down here because it kind of got scratchy here. Last 4 years, 2019, 2020, 21, and 22.
Okay.
The city budget for the and then any and all arrest records of the city manager.
Okay.
And then the new city hall cost.
Okay. And one of each. Okay. And it is 10 business days from today.
Yes, ma'am.
And that and business days, so that doesn't include weekends.
Of course.
And then is there a phone number? Because what happens is you'll have to pay for it before, and we have to make copies, which we have to make copies of whatever.
I do everything through email because I.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so then this email.
Yeah,
right here.
Ninja News Now. If you email me, I'm very attentive to that email address.
Okay.
So if you send it, I'll be responding the same day.
Perfect. Okay, that's about it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank God. Yeah, I mean, I had heard
that
the chief resigned and that she had
it
quit.
was hard to watch.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I had to come. I gave y'all at least about a year, to kind of get everything back together.
So you like the new digs? You like?
Yeah, it's nice. I'm glad that y'all moved the PD out of that little shack store in town.
Yep.
And is there only one barbershop?
No, I think there's two.
Is the liquor store and one of the barbershops owned by the city manager's wife and the city manager?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I had heard that the city manager and his wife were kind of running a monopoly on that system, that there was some other liquor store owners that I know that were trying to get something here, and they were refused access. And so I was just kind of...
I will tell you, that's not true.
No?
There's nothing like that. The family's nice.
And I'd also been told by...
Right there, one across the street, yeah.
I've been told by a couple locals that possibly the city manager had been arrested.
He was not arrested.
Was he just detained?
No.
He was
We
never...
don't know where that rumor came from, but...
I had witnesses that called me. Alright, so fast forward over a year from that previous video. On December 4th, 2023, they have a special called Nixon City Council meeting, where they fire the city manager for improper use of the people's money. Shout out to all the locals that have kept me informed on the corruption within the system there in Nixon. And also, a huge shout out to Gonzalez Inquirer, who visited this meeting to document. Make sure to see the entirety of this video to get to the links in the description for his Facebook page. And let him know in the comment section that News Now Ninja sent you. Here we go.
Citizens to be heard. This time is provided for citizens to address the council on issues and concerns. No action can or will be taken on issues discussed. Under this portion of the meeting, please limit your remarks to a period not to exceed 3 minutes. We ask that you approach the council and state your name and address for the record.
So I've got some things to address with the council, and I tell people all the time, I hope that you will extend my time if I do go over 3 minutes, because an extra 3 minutes is better than 3 years of litigation. So council, there's some things that you need to be aware of that you don't know. On October the 25th, 2023, I filed a public information request with the city of Nixon, and my email to the city attorney, city secretary, city manager, and the mayor. Greetings, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to formally request access to public records under the Texas Public Information Act. I'm particularly interested in obtaining the following information: the names of all city employees, city officials, city attorneys, spouses, and guests that attended the 2022 TML Annual Conference and Exhibition in San Antonio, Texas. Copies of checks that were written to city employees, city officials, and city attorneys to attend the 2022 TML Annual Conference and Exhibition in San Antonio, Texas. Copies of all emails received by city employees, City of Nixon mayor, and city attorneys to attend banquets, happy hours, and the like during the 2022 Annual Conference and Exhibition in San Antonio, Texas. Copies of all debit card and or bank statements from September 2022, October 2022, and November 2022 for Third Coast, City of Nixon general account, debit card ending in 7604, Third Coast Bank, City of Nixon general account, debit card ending in 6680, and Third Coast Bank, City of Nixon utility account, debit card ending in 7571. This request is not for personal or commercial benefit, and I'm exercising the general rights of the public. For this reason, I'm requesting a waiver of fees. If fees are applicable, please provide an itemized breakdown of the cost and obtain my approval before incurring these expenses. I kindly request that you provide the documents in electronic format, if possible, to expedite the process. Furthermore, the Texas Public Information Act requires a response within 10 business days. If it is impossible to fulfill this request within the designated time frame, please advise me of the estimated completion date and the reason for the delay. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you require additional information or have questions regarding this request. I look forward to your timely response. Sincerely, Hector O. Dominguez, Jr. That was on Wednesday, October the 25th at 7:16 a.m. Texas Public Information Act requires cities, government entities to give the information within 10 business days. If the city needs to get an attorney general's opinion, then the city is to notify the requester, hey, we're not sure about this document. We're going to request an opinion from the attorney general. That's letting me know that it may take a little bit longer. Or if there's situations that take place as to why it may take a little bit longer, you let the person know. Now, what the...
Okay, just hold back. Y'all want to extend this time?
I'd be interested to learn more, yes, please. I'd like to motion.
Make a motion.
I motion we extend the time.
A second.
All right, so I must pause it right here for just a moment to say shout out to the council members that voted to give this man more time to speak, because in my opinion, 3 minutes is not enough to talk on such an important subject. Let's keep moving.
Aye. Motion passed. Go ahead, Mr.
Okay, so what the Texas Public Information Act also states is that while it gives you 10 business days, it doesn't mean to just sit and wait and deliver the information on the 10th day. As soon as you get it, release it, if it can be released. Haven't received my information yet. I've paid for it. I haven't received it yet. On Wednesday, November the 29th, I sent an email to the city manager, city secretary, the mayor, and the city attorney. Dorothy, over a month has passed since my initial request. I have paid for the documents, yet they are still being denied to be sent to me via email as I have requested. I am trying my best to be patient, to keep this out of the news media, and to keep individuals from facing criminal charges, because it is criminal charges when you go past the 10 business days. Is there a valid reason why my documents have yet to be mailed to me as allowed by the Texas Public Information Act? Today is December the 4th, and I've yet to receive a response from Dorothy. On Tuesday, November the 21st, I sent an email to Dorothy, the attorney, city secretary, city manager. Dorothy, I'm looking at the agenda of last night's council meeting and video footage from the meeting that was posted on Facebook. Justin made a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel issues. I'm having trouble finding the discussions or action item related to personnel. As mayor, you set the agenda. Could you please direct me to the agenda item that I'm clearly missing? Texas Municipal League states, when may a governing body meet in closed meeting to discuss personnel issues? The act allows the governing body to hold a closed meeting to discuss the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee. Also, a governing body may hear a complaint or charge against such officer or employee in a closed meeting. However, the governing body is not allowed to meet in closed meeting about an employee or official if the subject of the deliberation requests that the item be heard in a public hearing. Also, any final action by the governing body or personnel matter must be taken in open session. It is important to note that a governing body may meet in closed meeting under the personnel exception only if the person being discussed is an officer or employee of a local entity. Neither the appointment of an advisory committee members nor the hiring of independent contractors are proper subjects for closed meetings under the personnel exception. In addition, the personnel exception also allows only the discussion of a particular person or persons in a closed meeting. A governmental body may not discuss general policies and so forth. To save time, when you're making your agendas, you got to have listed who you're going to talk about in executive session, because all these folks that are sitting out here have a right to know who you're talking about. I did file another open public information request today with the mayor, city secretary, city manager, and city attorney. Greetings, I hope this email finds you well. It's been brought to my attention that you allegedly had an illegal meeting on November 24th, 2023 at 1:00 p.m. This meeting was not posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, as I never saw the notice on your website, which I check every morning. I am writing to formally request information under the Texas Public Information Act. I'm particularly interested in obtaining the following information: all action items in specificity that were approved by the Nixon City Council meeting on November 24th, 2023. As a reminder, the Texas Public Information Act requires a response within 10 business days. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you require additional information or have any questions regarding this request. I look forward to your timely response. Putting the city of Nixon on notice. I have retained one of the best law firms in Austin today because I have not received the public information, and you can smirk all you want. I have not received the information that I have paid for, which means you have stolen money from me, and you have yet to deliver to me. So I'm putting you all on notice. And that's all I've got to say.
Thank you. Item number 1, discussion / possible action regarding the position of city manager / administrator, job description of city manager administrator, and job performance of city manager / administrator, and existing contractual terms for said position.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion, please. I'd like to motion, due to the negligent misapplication or misuse by the city manager of public funds under his official capacity as city manager, I move to terminate Harold Rice as city manager for the city of Nixon effective immediately, with the city to maintain health care coverage through the end of the year for Mr. Rice and his family.
Second.
Second.
That's it.
Motion made by Melissa Pompa and second by Patricia.
Madam Mayor, before you call for vote, I'd like to say something. So, people might call me what they want, say what they want about me, but it's put us in a tough position. And although we'd like to have solidarity here, I'd like to offer Mr. Rice a severance package if he would so accept it. I don't think that's been brought to the table, so I'm trying to bring it to the table now. I don't know if that's a part of the motion we can amend to offer him a severance package outside of his health care.
That'd be up to the person making the original motion.
Understand?
I think by us covering his health care coverage for his family through the end of the year, that's a generous offering for the city. I'd like to leave my motion as stands, please.
Second.
Motion made by Melissa, second by Patsy. As read on item number 1, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Nay.
Motion passed.
Once again, everybody, if you'd like to see my original 2 visits to Nixon, plus the entirety of the city council meeting, get to the links in the description Don't forget to let Gonzalez Inquirer know thank you for documenting this situation, and I'll see you on the next one.